Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the first Married at First Sight dinner party of the year. Here we go, the first to arrive were. It's Karina and Paul. Karina's long plate is giving everyone life and they're such a beautiful couple, it's just outrageous. Everyone's scrubbed up beautifully. Jamie is a vision in yellow, Jackie is rocking a plunging red gown and the men are looking pretty dapper. But then, it's Katie. She's alone, but she looks absolutely gorgeous and the girls are rallying around her. She tells the girls that Tim has said there's no spark, and everyone's sad. The doors are sliding open, and it's Lauren on her own. There's no sign of her husband Eliot, but frankly she doesn't seem fussed. I'm not surprised Eliot isn't here. He's a little brat, and I don't know if he's going to show up here tonight and try to save face. If he does show up, good luck to him, she says. She relays to the brides what made Eliot run away on the honeymoon. In case you need a reminder, it's her age, her love of designed bags, her exercise routine, her family values. Billy and Sierra have arrived looking hot to trot, and Jake and Ashley have rocked up looking dashing. Oh, Tim has arrived. He's nervous, and Katie's the one heading over to speak to him first, which he says he has a lot of respect for. You can cut the tension with a knife, so the couple have parted ways and Tim's getting a grilling from Jamie. We're back at the table, and Tim is being grilled over saying there has been no spark with Katie, and that she's made minimal effort. It's awkward. Tim says he's just going to shut up after Katie mentions his type, and he eventually says he feels like she's betrayed his trust for not sticking up for him. They're chatting and now Katie is the one apologizing, but her best pal Jamie is watching from afar, and she's fuming. I'm seeing my friend who is genuine, a good person who is now starting to go, maybe it was my fault. I'm like, what the hell is going on here, she tells cameras. After hearing what has happened in Eliot and Lauren's honeymoon, Tim turns around to Katie saying that their relationship doesn't sound so bad compared to Eliot and Lauren's. After a million different questions, he eventually says, all I would say is, I feel like I've been the one making most of the effort. It's fair to say. Katie's not happy with that version of events. She thinks the total opposite. Jamie ain't too happy that Katie has decided to apologize to her husband Tim over something she deems isn't her fault. She's giving Katie a cuddle and has gone to tell Tim what she's thinking. She's less than impressed with his answers, saying he's deflecting from speaking out about what's happened. Eventually Jamie has to excuse herself and her husband Dave from the table to collect her thoughts and take a breather. Am I the only one seeing what's going on here? Am I out of my mind? Why is not one reacting, she says, flabbergasted at the situation. There's clearly a bit of tension in the air, and Jamie wants to get to the bottom of it. But it's Karina who takes Tim to one side to ask him about his marriage. However, he deflects every time he's asked. Why don't you want to answer me? I'm asking you a question, don't deflect it, Karina persists. It's not Tim at first sight, he says. No, it's disaster at first sight, Marina responds. Where that's come from we have no idea, but we do love a one-liner from the iconic DJ herself. Meanwhile, Jamie is frustrated that no one is backing her up, but before we know it Tim has had it. He UPS and leaves, with Marina shouting, come back, you haven't asked me how my wedding was. And with our first storm out of the season, the first dinner party comes to an end as well. Thanks for watching guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you all in the next video, take care.